Brentford. Well, the story of the entire summer has been that guy in the top left-hand corner there, Said Benrahma. It seems to have moved a bit again this week, doesn't it? Where stories about him really agitating now for a move and they want to get this done, and West Ham coming in early in the week and then withdrawing a bid. We've heard all of the rumours. I think it will get done in the end. I think someone will come up with the money. He's too good for them not to. Brentford will always hold out for a good fee. They'll want something similar that Watkins went for to Villa. I just think this is too staid and too long in the tooth not to happen now. We've been expecting this since the start of last season. It was, okay, Benrahma's going to do one more season. He'll probably be brilliant and then he'll probably be sold. We've been right about the other two factors in that. So I think it's going to get done. West Ham, Chelsea, who knows? West Ham have been the ones to take the Championship players with Bowen and I think 14 Championship players they've taken. So I suspect Benrahma gets done. But, hey, what happens if it doesn't? Will we have a very unhappy player? White elephant? Will we see some kind of loan deal be done if they can't do a fee? I'm sure something gets done tomorrow. It just seems to have all been set up for such a long time, doesn't it? On the other hand, Norwich still have their highly, highly valued, well, probably 3 players at Norwich who could still all go on the last day for large fees. Max Aarons, that seems to have quietened down after we got the mad rumours with Barcelona and Bayern Munich and Europe now closing down. Would a Premier League team be interested in Max Aarons? Of course. Would they stump up the huge fee that Norwich will demand? Look, I know transfers don't work like this and the situation is now different because you're on the last day of the window, but you would expect, I think Max Aarons is better than Ben Godfrey, so simple single factor analysis says maybe he goes out for more than the 25 million, but I'm not sure anyone stumps up that money, I have to say. In terms of Buendia, we haven't seen the interest and we expected it to be Europe, so I'm not sure what they can do really. They're going to expect big money. Obviously skulked off, didn't he, after being subbed in the last game. Brilliant player, but I don't know. Will a Premier League team dive in there? Who knows? Cantwell's the one that really could happen in terms of Leeds. They'll hold out as ever Norwich for good money. They're not really in a position where they have to sell. Squad looks decent if they stay. It's just are you going to have some very highly valued, highly rated, very agitated players there who are just going to then want to go in January and just going to want to go at the end of the season? Can you get a tune out of them if they do stay? What's the point otherwise? And how much are you losing the longer they stay and being agitated? Who knows? But I suspect Cantwell would be the one. And look, going into this summer, if I was a Norwich fan and you told me Aarons, Buendia and Pukki would stay and Lewis, Godfrey and Cantwell would go, I probably would have been happy with that in terms of the longevity of the team this season. So we'll see what happens at Norwich. Maybe Cantwell is the most likely and then I suspect the door's shut. Norwich would then probably be able to do something, probably for a Championship type player to bring in. I don't know why, but Bright Samuel's now in my head as someone that they could add in those front positions. Watford, God. Well, any number of players could go out from Watford. They've still got such a stacked squad and would be able to raise, big fees for any number of those players. Obviously, Ismail Assar is the big one that would raise the biggest fee, likely. Then there's Capoue, and then there's Deeney, and then there is Gray. I've got a sneaking feeling they won't get the money they want for Sarr. There might be some strange deal done where they loan him out, and then there's a option to buy or something. I think someone like Deeney or Gray is actually more likely to go to a lower-end Premier League club. But expect movement, put it this way, out and probably in at Watford. And these deals I'm talking about, the reaction deals, I think Watford could spend in that regard. Now the doors are closed between trading with them and Udinese. Here's Bournemouth, where there's a few things we could see happening, and these are obviously the type of deals that would take a highly valued player back up to the Premier League. They've just been relegated. I'm looking at David Brooks, who's still very young and very highly rated. Lots of talk about Sheffield United now having sort of switched places with Bournemouth now being able to take him back. I wonder, Josh King, I mean, it would be very, very expensive, but would a Premier League team take him in a striking position? Those would be the two. I mean, there are others that you could link, but I suspect we might see one or other of them go tomorrow for big money to the Premier League. And then does it open up Bournemouth? Those type of deals I was talking about, we've already mentioned Swift, that type of player where it's a highly rated Championship player that the Premier League club isn't maybe ready to take, but Bournemouth might need a body and they might have a bit of money they can spend tomorrow. So let's keep an eye on that. If you enjoyed this clip, why not go and check out the whole video? You can find that and all of my other content at my channel, the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. And while you're there, why not hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for regular notifications?